Hey, I'm Allison with FlickDirect, and I am here with Gerard Butler and O'Shea Jackson Jr. to talk about Den of Thieves Pantera. Hello, gentlemen. How are you?
Like your T-shirt.
Well, thank
Look
you.
at that. Look at
Let
that.
me ask you,
Oh,
do
I
you ever
like a
think you'd be
picture of
sitting
me.
across from someone in an interview wearing your face on their shirt?
Yeah, I'm just surprised how long it took. No, I didn't. You're right. By the way, that's a good question because it is good to appreciate these moments, you know, rather than just go, hey, that's funny. You kind of go, wow, how did this happen? You know,
Does it surprise you?
sometimes. Did you know the weird thing? I feel like what helped my career is less surprises. I kind of go, of course I'm going there. Of course I'm going there. That helped me when I was starting out. But it did take a little bit of the magic away because you were kind of expecting rather than, oh, if this happened, it would be a dream come true. But that's why it is good to stop and go, you know, a day on set, you're exhausted, you're at hour 14, but then you kind of stop and you look around, you see everybody dressed up as soldiers or wherever it is, where you're at, and you're like, come on.
Right.
Come on. Really?
Yeah.
So why are we revisiting these characters and why now?
A lot of it is the fans. You know, we were so grateful for the wave of fandom that we got from the first one, and it got to a point where it's like you can't just leave them high and dry like that. We got to see what else these guys have in store, and it allowed us to put new layers onto the character. You know, Nick is different from the first one the same way Donnie is, and we get to see them team up and have this chemistry, and you know, it raises new questions for the audience of just like, who exactly is in the right? Who am I really rooting for? Do I even have to be worried? So it's just too fun to pass up.
What has Donnie, do you think, learned from Nick and vice versa in this second film?
Oh, watch my back a little bit better because he snuck into my apartment. I really got to start locking these doors. But yeah, I think they have a new level of understanding for one another that doesn't necessarily always lead to a tighter or even a friendship at all. But it's truly something special to kind of see their arc from the beginning to the middle, and of course I can't really tell them anything but the end of the film. But yeah,
Just tell me.
it's really cool to see their dynamic shift from night and day.
Yeah.
You know?
And what do you think Nick had learned?
I think that there's a new appreciation from Nick as to the stress and hardships and challenges that you got to go through as a villain. You know, when I kind of join forces with him and then I see the trouble he's got himself into, I'm a bit left like, okay, I'm definitely learning that. I also think in the first movie, he was quite willing to not be the tough guy, you know, to sit back and be thought less of. And in this movie now I see really who he is. And I think Nick has an appreciation of that because I think Nick typically needs to be the alpha top dog in every moment. Yeah. And, you know, there's a lot to be learned from the fact that, yes, sometimes you need to do that. And there's other times better to sit back and know the end game that you're playing.
I think they have a mutual respect now that they did not have before.
That was a great answer, Gerard Butler.
Thank you. Thank you.
You get points for that one.
This is like our 50th interviews, and it's the first time I got that. So
that was a good one.
how bad my answers have
That
been.
was really good.
Save the best for last. There you go.
Exactly.